of the Music Dreams USA Artist Spotlight. And today we have another special guest with us. Her name is Miss Kelly Williams, and she has a really cool song that just came out. So we'll talk about that new release, and we'll find out a little bit more about Kelly in just a moment here. We're being brought to you by Music Dreams USA Radio Worldwide, your home for the best mix of the 70s, 80s, 90s, and country, and also Vox Sports and also Football Fanatics. We are your home. If it's football, we've got you covered. And so now let's go live now and meet our guest. Hello, Miss Kelly. How are you today?
Good. How are you, Russell?
I am doing well. Thank you so much for taking time out today to meet with us on our Music Dreams USA Radio Artist Spotlight. And let's open up the show. Can you tell our listeners a little bit about you and how you got into music and where you are right now with your career?
I came into this a little late in life. I wrote songs. I had myself enough chords to write, but and then when I turned 40, it would play the guitar. So started lessons, just kind of came back, and I guess about 8 years. In 2020, right before I had written a lot of songs, and I've written more. But then, of course, COVID happened and perform. So I decided to start recording some of my stuff. So the first album in 2021, new stuff I'm about to release. So
that's awesome.
Kind of my journey.
Wow, that's awesome. Can you tell us about the your new hit single that's actually that we're actually playing on our station right now? Can you kind of like I actually read about that, and if I'm not misunderstanding, that song was written from a personal experience. Is that accurate?
It wasn't written from a personal experience. When I write, a lot of times I like people's shoes. I mentioned before, if I was only writing for things, I'd be pretty limited on what I could write about, and to put myself in other people's shoes and how it would feel. And with this, my songwriting teacher at the time, both brought our loss that we'd had to the song. I will say, in the last couple of years, I had a friend, his spouse, and so this song, but it spouse. So
wow. So it sounds like when you do your songwriting, it comes from personal experiences. Now, well, how does your songwriting look like other than personal experiences? Any other way in which you come up with the way you come up with your songs?
There's a lot of different things. So, get an idea. Those are the easiest to write because I'm able to sound the hook. For example, I wrote you, and it came from a conversation helping co-write it. She was telling me about it and all the things she'd had to, and I thought, wow, there's a price you pay for loving. It was the song. So then I started paying for things just in general, and I used that metaphor. That went pretty much for hours, because other times I might have an image and I have to sit with it for a while to feel about that image that is inspiring. I wrote a song called Old Tin Moon. I had this image of a tin moon in my head, and I was like, that it is. And slowly this picture between twinkling lights, I kind of took over, and it old dance, and about two people meeting for the first. It's just a sweet, songs come in a lot of different, the same every time.
Yeah, you're kind of breaking up with your sound. So Yeah, your
Oh,
sound's breaking up, so I think yeah, if you wanna maybe move a little bit closer, and what we'll do is we're gonna end this recording, we'll come back in here in just a moment. I'll be right
okay.
back with you in 1 minute.